Did you know Black History Month was originally just a week? In the early 1900s, a Harvard-trained historian by the name of Carter G. Woodson noticed that most American textbooks either skipped Black Americans or mentioned them very, very briefly and moved on. As of yesterday's date, February 7th, 1926, he started Negro History Week. And during that week, schools, churches, and newspapers were encouraged to focus specifically on Black history, highlighting historical figures, publishing essays, and giving lectures that normally weren't included in classrooms at the time. And you gotta figure, by the time Woodson did this, Black Americans had a pretty significant history in the country already. During the American Revolution, for example, Crispus Attucks is often cited as the first person killed in the Boston Massacre. And James Armistead Lafayette, enslaved man during the Revolutionary War, spied for George Washington and was influential in the victory that we had at Yorktown. By the Civil War, their role was even more visible. The 54th Massachusetts Infantry was one of the first official Black regiments in the Union Army. And Harriet Tubman wasn't just a conductor of the Underground Railroad, she was also a spy and scout for the Union Army. And that's just a few examples. So there wasn't a shortage of history, and that was the whole point he was trying to make. And Woodson didn't see this as teaching them separately. He wanted it all to be one history. He was actually quoted as saying, "We should emphasize not Negro history, but the Negro in history." In other words, integration, not separation. Black Americans included as part of the full picture of American history. He later explained why their omission was so important in the first place. He said, if a race has no history, if it has no worthwhile tradition, it becomes a negligible factor in the thought of the world. I think that belief is what shaped his work. And over time, that 1 week expanded into what we now have today, Black History Month. For those of you stuck around, thank you so much, and here's your extra tidbit. Carter G. Woodson was only the second Black American to earn a PhD from Harvard. The first was actually W.E.B. Du Bois, who later went on to help found the NAACP. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like, subscribe, feel free to comment on this video. And as always, have a wonderful day.